Okay, so to start off, this was me as a baby. Still the same emotions that were shown in these pictures today are still here. I'm a big crier, big arguer. So this is my mom, my dad, and me. And I just love these pictures because these were the first pictures that were of my adoption. So that was me in Simferopol, Ukraine when I was 6 months old. And I just love these two pictures because this is the picture of my dad, and I just love it. And then my mom just looks so happy, and that was me, baby. And yeah, so I'm just gonna start off with how I got into Valor. So my 8th grade year was not the greatest year for me. I struggled a lot with finding who I was and finding the right people to hang out with. So I went around a lot of different friend groups, thought I found friends that loved me and did not love me, and I was definitely trying to be a different person than I was, which led me to hang out with really bad people, make poor choices, and it was not a very good year for me. I fell away from being really close with my family, didn't want anything to do with a relationship with the Lord, anything like that, so I fell very far away and I felt very alone, and definitely had a wake-up call. And so I decided to go to Valor with the opportunity to go there by my parents. So starting freshman year, yes, so this is a part of the time of not really knowing who I was and who I wanted to be. I was coming into being a freshman. Yeah, it was really bad. I didn't know who I wanted to be. I had in the past gotten bullied a lot for having curly hair, for having braces, like weird things, and so this was my freshman year. I found different kind of friends. I did freshman volleyball, which was not a very good experience for me, but I found my best friend, who I later took forward with 4 years of being best friends. So over there is like, I used to go to a lot of football games. So I was really good friends with Peyton Taylor, who doesn't go here anymore. And then my prom group was girls that I still love, but I just was not, I was being someone who I wasn't supposed to be. And I was kind of putting on a face that I was not supposed to be. And then there's
Hi there, this is Isaiah Kelly.
Hi, Isaiah.
Here at Valor.
Should I wait? Just keep going through it? That's okay. I'm going to just keep going through it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's Lexi and I. We used to go to a lot of basketball games together, and then she got her concussion, so she was gone. So I just kind of tried to find new people to hang out with. And then my sophomore year, Lexi was back at school, and I started hanging out with like a new group of people. So Emmy is one of my friends who's been my friend since my freshman year. We did a lot of things while like going to football games, going to like high school parties, and like getting into that kind of scene and that kind of stuff. But I still felt like my relationship with God wasn't completely there. I knew coming into Valor, my main focus was to find friends and to find a group of people that I wanted to hang out with. And it was me kind of putting on a face of not being who I really was, still straightening my hair, still kind of acting like someone I wasn't, to impress people, make new friends, fit in with people, and that's something that I really struggled with through 7th grade up till like my sophomore, junior year. So I was farther away with my faith. I still attended chapel and things like that, which were good, but I feel like I didn't use them to really like learn more about God or kind of deepen my faith. I still took the freshman and sophomore Bible classes that were mandatory, so I didn't have a choice, but I still had to take them. But it was more of the grades kind of thing rather than the I want to deepen my faith and understand who He is. It was still me being vulnerable and trying to be someone that I wasn't. So that's that's sophomore year.
Yeah.
So here's sophomore year homecoming with a lot of my friends, and I'm still friends with these people. I just wasn't as close with them. And so here's football games that we attended. There's Lexi and I, which we did grow a lot closer through sophomore year. We were really, really close. We were almost inseparable. So going into my junior year, I kind of had a fallout with my close group of friends. So that was hard for me because I definitely knew that I found the people that I wanted to be surrounded with, and things just happened and we kind of grew apart for a second. And I think it was for the better because I really found who I wanted to be and to kind of realize that I didn't need to be someone that was better for other people. I needed to start loving myself first. So that was kind of the year that I stopped straightening my hair, which was like a big thing for me because I killed my hair. I had no hair. So I definitely kind of found who I was through junior year, and I started dating Cody, which was big milestone because I never really had a serious boyfriend. But I also knew that I did grow obviously very close with Cody, but I didn't have a lot of friends really, so it was, kind of hanging out with people here and there, but it was something where at school it was just kind of focused on school, and through freshman, sophomore, and junior year, I really struggled in school, and my grades were not the best, and I was trying to communicate with my parents, and I'm also the kind of person who, ever since I was little, I've always wanted to do things by myself. So I thought I could handle it by myself and kind of work through Valor by myself, and I definitely couldn't. And so losing my friends, I definitely know that I struggled a lot through junior year. But here was homecoming my junior year, and that was like 2 days after Cody and I started dating. Here was a ski trip we did. We went ice skating in downtown, and then Cody and I grew close with one of his good friends and his friend's girlfriend, so we started hanging out with them a lot. And then she's not here, but this is my neighbor, Katie, and we've been friends since she was starting kindergarten. So she's my next door neighbor, and I've always been super, super close with her. She's 2 years younger than me, but I know, she knows me, inside and out. She knows everything about me, and it's really cool to see her grow through this whole story. So then my senior year, everything started to fall in place again. So I came in with a group of friends, which, again, we all came back together and then ended up splitting apart again, which, still love her, but I think it was for the better, just because we grew apart. And then here was freshman year homecoming, or senior year homecoming, with all of my friends, so Megan, all of my good friends, and that's when I really saw things kind of coming together in my life where I felt comfortable with who I was. I really loved myself. I had a good relationship with my best friend. I had a good relationship with my boyfriend. I was a lot closer with my family, just being through Valor and understanding more with my faith and understanding and loving who I was and not just trying to be someone else to feel accepted or feel loved. So that was another picture of senior year homecoming. And then down there is senior prom. And then I only have one picture, but you guys will, you guys will be mentioned later on. But I found a really cool group of friends that I became really, really close with, which was amazing to find my senior year because they're amazing people. So I wish I would have became closer with them, but I feel like God has a plan for everything. So this was also the year that I feel like my faith definitely strengthened. I was going to church every weekend, whether it was with my family or with Cody's family. And this was the year where I actually wanted to pay attention to my Bible class and pay attention to what was going on around me and the opportunities that God was giving me, and definitely wanted to deepen my faith more. So that was really cool, just seeing God kind of work in these weird ways and put people who had, I'd grown apart with back in my life, and everything was just kind of coming together, which was really, really cool to see. And I also got on accommodations my senior year, which helped me a lot with knowing that it's okay to struggle in school and that I can't do things all the time by myself as much as I want to do things by myself. I can't do them all by myself. It doesn't work out that way. I would not have graduated if I did things all by myself. So this year I've started to communicate with my teachers, and that's also opened a lot of doors with starting relationships with my teachers and understanding that they care about me outside of class and inside of class. So that's been a really, really cool thing to learn is, communication with teachers and communication with your parents is a huge thing. So I'm really glad that I've strengthened my relationship over the 4 years at Valor with my family and with my friends and with my faith. So going into my thank yous, my first is my family. So through my 8th grade year, I struggled a lot, and I want to start with my dad. Yeah, good. Sorry. My dad is amazing. He's the hardest worker right now. He gave me the opportunity to go to Valor, which is amazing. Where I would have been if I didn't go here, as much as I was kind of against it. Where I would have been if I didn't go here would have been terrible. And I'm so glad that God worked through you guys to show me where I needed to go and kind of give me that push. You are the hardest worker right now, and I really do aspire to be like you because you just worked so hard to give our family no worries and to be able to travel and do all these amazing things. And yeah, I love you. And Christian, we've grown apart and then grown a lot closer, which is really cool to see you growing up and having a job and becoming like a grown man, which is so weird because I never thought that would happen. We've become really close, which is really cool. You'll come with me to do dog sitting jobs, and we get to talk about all different kinds of things, which is really cool. So I'm really glad that we've grown close, and I can't wait to see what the future has for you, because I know you'll do amazing things, whether it's aviation and being a pilot or going off and doing different things, and I know that you're passionate about those things, so it's really cool to see. And then my mom, thank you for giving me support and just loving me, and overall just being like a friend to me when I'm going through different things that I can't talk to Dad about or any kinds of things like that. And thank you for being hardworking with what you do at home and just giving me so much through being adopted and saving me. Both of you is really cool because I don't know where I would have been if I wasn't adopted. So, yeah. And then my friend group, which I found this year, which kind of stunk, but I love you guys, and thank you for loving me for who I am and being amazing people, all of you, like Noah, Devin, Gabby, Connor, Evan, Sam, Cody, Noah, being just amazing people and being amazing people and loving me. Even through my weird music sessions, just loving me for who I am has definitely been something that I'm very grateful for, because that was something that I did struggle with going through my 4 years of high school, feeling like I wasn't accepted and couldn't be loved for who I was. The fact that you guys love me, even though I'm super weird and love weird kinds of music and whatever, like, just thank you for that, and thank you for going bowling, and I will just miss all of those super amazing times, so thank you to all of you guys for that. And Cody's family, thank you for taking me in and loving me so well. Taylor, I have loved growing with you and becoming someone that you can kind of talk to, and that's super cool because Katie's not here, but I have a little sister who always came to me, and then having another one just makes me feel amazing because I love people and I love you guys. And thank you for taking me on golf trips. I was going to shout out Mr. Jeff, but he's not here. But we have funny relationships like these pictures. At the golf thing when he had broken his foot, he had to drive a golf cart around, so that was really fun. But thank you for being so amazing and so funny and so loving and caring to me. And then, this is another picture of my friend group in my senior year, but it's just been, I just wanted to put a second picture in because it's just been so amazing having my whole life 360 around and have God work through me because I've actually wanted to understand what's going on. And so having people at school and actually enjoying coming to school because I'm doing well in school and I have relationships with my teachers is just an amazing thing. And being able to talk to people and not worry about what they think about me or anything like that is just amazing. And then Lexi, we have been through so much, and I'm so grateful that God put you in my life freshman year, even though I thought you were a lesbian. I'm so grateful that you were put in my life. She has been with me through since my freshman year, and I've loved every second. Yeah, there's a bag shirt behind that bag. She was a lesbian, and we ended up clicking. She's not a lesbian, everyone. There we go. She likes sports. Thank you for sticking with me for these 4 years, and I've enjoyed every second of it, and you are beautiful inside and out, and I'm so excited to see what God has planned for you, because you're going to do amazing things. And these are just some of our pictures, but we had so many pictures, and so I'm really glad that God did bring you back into my life, because of all of the hard stuff that we went through. That was definitely something amazing, and I know that you're supposed to be in my life for a reason, because He did bring you back in, and though there was healing that needed to be done, we did it, and I've enjoyed my 4 years of Valor with you.
Oh yeah.
Cody, I did not think I would have a serious boyfriend in high school. I didn't even know who I wanted to be, so I didn't know that I could love someone else like the way I love you. You were there when I was going through this whole phase of not having friends, and you were loving to me, and we've been through a lot, and we've made it through all of that. And I'm very grateful that God put you in my life, and obviously He put you there for a reason. So being able to grow closer with you and your family and be there when you were baptized, when you were going through things and then found God in your life, it's just so cool to be in and see that in high school, because I don't think a lot of people do get to see that. And thank you for loving me, even though I am weird and I'm annoying, and I know that. Thank you for loving me, and thank you for always just forgiving me and loving me through all the little fights that we get in, and I'm excited to see what we have in our future. And then my teachers, which some of them did not show up, but Mr. Palmer has definitely shown me a lot through class, which I do think is amazing. I've never had a teacher that has kind of put real life things into lessons, which I think was something that was eye-opening. I was able to relate more to stories that you would tell because they were from you and you've experienced those yourself. And it was cool just actually wanting to participate and listen to what you were saying and taking notes and just feeling like, okay, I actually want to learn about this, I want to understand this, and I definitely think that that was something that affected my faith in a positive way, so I want to thank you for that. Mr. Krieger, he's not here, but that's my English teacher, and he definitely, I struggled a lot in his class. I had him junior year, and I was through this phase of not really knowing what I wanted to do and kind of not paying attention as best as I could, and knowing that I struggled, it was something where it was well, if I'm struggling, I'm not understanding, why would I even do this? I'm not getting it, why would I give my full effort? And he still kept pushing me all the way through junior year, and then my senior year, second semester, I transferred into his class, and I've just loved it, and he's pushed us so hard, but it's all out of love, which is a really cool thing. Ms. Tassone, you've been my life group leader since freshman year, and we have been through so much in my life group, our life group, which is crazy, but the fact that I can always just come to you when I'm having a bad day or when I'm having things going on that I need advice about, and I can always I know your office is always open and you will take time and just sit there and talk with me and pray over me, is something that I've never had, and it was amazing, and I'll miss you a lot, so I can't wait to text and call you when I need you. And then Mr. Frazier, just having you in class and then building a relationship with you inside and outside of class has just been so cool, because it's really taught me that teachers love and care for you inside and outside of class, and you know, we built a relationship, which I never thought. I've always heard, before I had your class, I always heard, Fraser's terrible. He's such a hard teacher. We don't want him. He will fail, like, all of these things. And I had you in class, and I absolutely just loved it. And that was also through the time where I was a very big chatterbox, and I talked a lot in your class, and you still loved me through all of that. And after that, I knew that your class was always safe to come and talk to you about things that were going on. And even though I didn't have you after sophomore year, I could still come into your class junior or senior at any time, and you would just sit down and talk to me and love on me and pray for me and over me. And having someone like that in your life is just amazing. So you've been a blessing. So thank you. And that's the end of my presentation.
Yeah.